Once upon a time in a tiny town, there was a man with a big great frown. Once upon a time in a tiny town, there was a man with a great big frown. There was a man with a great big frown, and I saw him walking towards me up and down. The lights went flickering in the night, and I never saw what was coming. It was a fright, I tell you, by day, and in the light did I see a man going by? All right, I'll tell you the tale. There was a man with a frown, and he would wail all night as I sat, fright filled, and I can't tell you how many thrills I got sitting in that rocking chair, wreaking havoc by the fireplace, telling tales and playing with mace. But you need a permit for these things, you know, and I don't have one, as the story goes, and so this is where my tale ends. But have fun. It's a secret that I will not share with you. You're a fool. A fool. I'll tell you a story. There was one time I met a cat named Fred, and Fred was just terribly near dead, and I picked him up and I said, "Hey, Fred, why don't you eat something for once in your life? It's just a tale of strife." And this cat replied with wonder and glory, "I don't really know, but I've been very hoary." He'd given birth to multiple litters, and I tell you, if I ever saw the jitters the cat shook and strayed, and said he would never, ever be afraid of death, and so he faced it like a man only can. So he died. Is this a real person making moves? Gollum, does this call for a UV light? Perhaps it might. No, it's interesting to look at. It's like I'm holding a giant, giant dildo that lights up and burns if it gets too close. I do think so, and I am unanimous in my thought. Clever like a cleaver, cutting through my prime. I only have a dime to spare for my name. It's for fame, I tell you, everything's for fame. Oh, and my name, what is my name? There is no better me or you than the one true, me or you. But would you know that, or are you the fool? The fool who thinks that everything is new and everything is different and yet the same? But who do we have to blame? I believe that it is society telling you what's reality, but in reality, don't you see that everything in society is not free, it's not real, it's not anything we can see, it's all in the air. Helplessly you climb in society, following the rules you cannot see, and you are not really free, but can you ever be? Hopefully. Hopefully. You know what I think of you, darling. I think you're amazing. Just amazing. And I can't tell you how much it means to me. How much it means to me that you agree that I'm amazing equally, as you, up on that pedestal I placed you very, very well. I thank you for placing me beside you. I tell you everything you want to hear. I know just how to make your tear fall if I want, and how to make a smile approach your face. In this disgusting, hideous place they call a world, I don't believe a word they say, and yet you can always believe me. Sometimes I think I was Joan of Arc in my former life. I tell you, that's how life works. Sit your child in front of the TV and make them draw. Well, don't make them draw, but you give them a pen and you see what they can do with it, I tell you. You get now, you get now, you get now. Oompa, loompa, doompa-dee, ha! I'll go buy food. Go buy some food. If you think we originated under the apple tree, I'm sorry to tell thee that it's not true. Nothing they say is what you'll do, and someday you'll find, while sitting under that tree, that it isn't even gravity that we can apply to our life and sciences. Only can we see what's before our irises. I wrote my first song when I was 8. Doesn't mean it became anything. Doesn't mean it came of anything. Doesn't mean I was famous. Doesn't mean it was successful. Doesn't mean it was good. But I wrote it, and that's the point. In these dark hours, there's only one thing between you and I. And that's this place. Can't you see the sorrow on my face, the longing, the passion? How much I want you, how much I know you're there. Don't you see what I see? Can't you hear my despair? That's called lateral thinking, children. Lateral thinking is the stuff dreams are made of. No one understands, that's the problem, darling. I really think sometimes you're the only one who does, the only one who understands anything anymore. It's a travesty, it's a sham, it's a farce, and I don't like it. I never feel close enough to you. Sometimes I just want to be inside of you. Sometimes I just want to eat you, consume you, eat you, taste every part of you, because that will bring me closer, but it would only put you inside of me, and not me inside of you. What to do? What to do? I ask you. But maybe I could wear you like a coat, like a suit of skin, and that is how I could wear you, that's how I could be inside of you. A suit of you, yes. Wouldn't you like that? In a monologue, you're inside my head right now. Do you like that feeling? Being inside me? Well, I like it. Maybe you should stay in there. Stay in there forever, for all I care. You just staring? Are you just going to stare? I know you're there.